Welcome to the training, Match or Create Product Listings in Bulk. Professional sellers can add products to their Amazon inventory in bulk by uploading a spreadsheet or inventory file. Creating an inventory file takes time, but it can also save time later when you want to edit or add a large number of product listings. Instead of editing or adding products and offers one by one in Seller Central, you can update a saved copy of a file, then upload a fresh version to make all your inventory changes at once. Inventory file templates can be customized for the specific product categories you sell. Use them to match your offers to existing listings or create product detail pages and listings for new products. Remember that you must be a product's brand owner or a brand qualified seller to create a new detail page for an Amazon brand registry enrolled product. There are 3 basic steps in the bulk listing process. 1. Create your inventory file. 2. Add your product information. 3. Upload your file to Seller Central. Once you've uploaded an inventory file, you can monitor its status and correct any errors that are identified. Let's start with creating your inventory file in Seller Central. Select Catalog from the main menu, then click Add Products via Upload. This will take you to the Add Products via Upload page. Select the Download an Inventory File tab, then choose a template type to get started. First, you'll select the type of products you want to sell. You can use either the search tool or the product classifier. Both options allow you to identify and select product categories, also called product types. The selections you make add relevant product attributed columns to your inventory file template. For example, if you select the product category Digital Cameras, attribute columns for Video Capture Resolution and Audio Encoding Language will appear in your spreadsheet. If you want to search for product categories, enter your product name or a descriptor in the search bar and click the search button. For example, you might search for shoes, basketball, or kids' toys. The search tool will list all related product types. Browse carefully and select the Select button next to the product type that matches your product. Each selection you make will appear below. You can click the X next to a selection if you need to remove a product category. If a search term doesn't yield the category you need, click Clear Search, then try searching for a different product name or descriptor. You can also use the product classifier to drill down to product categories. Locate the overarching category for a product from the list, then select each subcategory to narrow the results. For example, you might select clothing, shoes and jewelry, then men, watches, and watch bands. Click the Select button next to the subcategory that matches your product, which will add it to the list below for your file template. You might see a lock and Request Approval button next to some product types. That means you need to obtain approval from Amazon before listing products in that category. Click the Request Approval button, which will take you to our Categories and Products Requiring Approval help page for step-by-step instructions. After selecting the product categories you want added to your inventory file template, you'll select a template type. You can either leave Advanced defaulted or select Custom. An advanced file template contains all attribute columns for your selected product categories. That includes all required, preferred, and optional attributes, every column you need for a product. If you select Custom, all required product attribute columns are automatically included in your inventory file templates, but you get to choose preferred and optional attributes. If you know exactly which preferred and optional attributes you'll need in your template, selecting Custom can help pare down your spreadsheet and make it easier to add product information. If you select a custom template, highlight each available attribute group you want to include on the left and click the Add button to move it to the Selected Attribute Groups box on the right. If necessary, you can click the Remove button to deselect an attribute. When you're done selecting your template type, click the Generate Template button to download your customized inventory file template. Once you've created your template, you'll add your product information. Start by saving the template. When saving, select either Text, tab delimited, or .txt. from the File Type drop-down. That will make it easier to update product and offer information later. If you don't have macros enabled already, you'll want to do it before downloading your inventory file template. Enabling macros automates certain field functions, improving the accuracy and speed of your entries. Click the File tab, select Options, and then choose Add-ins to locate macros. When you open your inventory file template, you'll see multiple tabs. You'll add product information to the Template tab. The Instructions, Images, Example, Data Definitions, Browse Data, and Valid Values tabs provide information and guidance. Start by reviewing the Instructions tab, which explains in detail how to use the template. It's worth reading this all the way through, especially the first time you create an inventory file. The Images tab outlines Amazon's image requirements. If you're including images for a new product, or if you're recommending updated images for an existing product, review this tab for important guidance. The Example tab provides several sample product rows for your reference. Take a look if you'd like to see in detail how your inventory file should look when it's completed. The Data Definitions tab defines each attribute within your inventory file. If you're unsure how to complete an attribute column or whether it's required, refer to this tab for definitions and use, accepted values, an example of each attribute, as well as a required or optional indicator. The Browse Data tab shows how your products will be found by customers browsing the Amazon store. Finally, the Valid Values tab provides a list of accepted terms for certain product attribute columns. If you're unsure about an entry for a specific attribute, consult this comprehensive table and select a value that appears in a corresponding row and column. Back on the Template tab, each row represents a single product. Use one row to match your offer to an existing listing, or to create a product detail page and offer for a new product. Each column represents a single product attribute. Start entering a product's information using the drop-down in column A for product type. Once you've made your selection, all the other required entries for the row will be outlined in red. If your template includes more than one product type, all entries for all other product categories will be grayed out to indicate that they shouldn't be completed. You'll type many entries manually, but some will have a drop-down like column A. Make sure you don't edit any information in the first 3 rows highlighted in various colors. Doing so will cause errors during upload. Fill in each required entry in red, which will include the product, SKU, your stock keeping unit, or personal seller identifier, and the external product ID, which will be an ASIN or a GTIN, like a UPC, ISBN, EAN, or JAN. Standard price and quantity are also required fields, even if they are 0 for a business-only offer or an item that is out of stock. Next, fill in any unoutlined entries for preferred or optional attributes that you want to complete. After the required columns in light orange, you'll find yellow image columns, light red variation columns, and orange basic product information columns. You'll also find columns related to the discovery of products in the Amazon store in green, brown product enrichment columns for extra product information, blue dimensions columns, and light blue fulfillment columns for shipping information. At the end of the spreadsheet, you'll find maroon compliance columns, red offer columns for pricing and other listing information, and jade B2B columns for sellers listing products for Amazon business customers. Some sellers fill out every attribute column. Some fill out only required columns. In general, the more data you provide, the more information and options customers have while making purchasing decisions. Remember that once you've completed a row for a product, you can keep a saved copy of your file to make quick and easy edits to your product and listing information later. When you finish adding products to your inventory file template, make sure you save your changes and keep a copy for your records. Then you're ready for the third and final step, uploading your file to Seller Central. On the Add Products via Upload page, select the Upload Your Inventory File tab, drag and drop your file, or click Browse Files to search for and select your file. Once your file is validated, a summary will appear to the right. If your file type isn't recognized, a drop-down will appear instead, and you'll be able to select your file type. Next, leave the Excel option defaulted unless you prefer to receive your processing report as text. We recommend an Excel processing report because it highlights errors and warnings in the actual cells where they've occurred. That makes it easier to pinpoint any potential issues with your upload. Before uploading, you can enter an email in the email alert field if you'd like to be notified when your file is done processing. Finally, when you're ready, click the Upload File button to finish the process. If you're only uploading information for a few products, it will take just a few minutes to process. Larger uploads can take several hours. Thanks for your patience while we match and create your product listings. Your inventory will be available for purchase in the Amazon store once it's complete. You can check the status of an upload anytime by clicking the Monitor Upload Status tab, which lists the date, time, batch ID, status, and link to the processing report for your most recent completed uploads. Check your processing report to address any errors. You'll use this process to match offers to existing listings, and if you're a qualified seller, you'll use it to create product detail pages and listings for new products. You can use a single inventory file to both match and create listings. If your file includes a product ID or GTIN for an item, and a matching ID exists in the Amazon store, we'll match your offer to the existing product detail page. We'll also attempt to match a product by manufacturer or other information if you don't include a product ID. If we can't match a product to an existing product in the Amazon store, we'll create a new product detail page and offer, as long as you're a qualified seller and you have provided enough information. After adding product listings to your inventory, you can use the same process to make edits to listings or to suggest changes to product detail pages in bulk if you're a qualified seller. Start by going back to your saved inventory file, and for faster processing, remove any products you don't want to adjust. Then save the new copy. If you just want to edit an offer, update your price, quantity, business price, or any other offer-related information in your inventory file, you can leave all other entries the same. Note that if you delete an offer-related entry, it will register as 0 on Seller Central. For example, deleting a price for a product will set the price at 0. If you're a qualified seller and want to suggest changes to your product detail page, make the suggested updates in the relevant attribute column. After making edits to your inventory file, you can upload it normally. You'll see offer updates within 15 minutes of your upload. We'll also review suggested product changes and make any updates within 24 hours. If for any reason you want to replace your entire inventory in the Amazon store, there's also an option on the Upload Your Inventory File tab to purge and replace your inventory. You'll click the link to select this option, then upload your inventory file normally. Keep in mind that this will delete all your current listings in the Amazon store, including any products not in the file you're currently uploading. It will replace your entire inventory with the products in your new file only. Matching and creating product listings in bulk might seem daunting at first, but the extra effort can save you time, energy, and effort in the long run. We encourage you to try it. Are you also interested in creating product variations in bulk? We offer a separate module to guide you through that specific process. Search for Create Product Variations in Bulk in Seller University. Thank you, and happy selling in the Amazon store.